What's up, everyone? My name is Jared. I am a drum educator and content creator based in Plano, Texas. Today, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to play amazing 16th note drum fills. All right, we're going to go through this. I'm going to teach you 4 16th rhythms, and then we're going to practice moving them around the drum set to create your very own drum fills. If you'd like to learn drum lessons from me on a weekly basis, you can join my drum membership. It's only $35 a month at the time of filming this video, and you get invited to a weekly group live stream drum lesson with me via Zoom. So check that out in the description below if you'd like to learn drums from me on a regular basis. You can also sign up for private lessons. Okay, so if you are a drum set player, this is what I tell everyone. There's only one rudiment that you need to master, and that is a single stroke roll. And everyone's like, Jared, single stroke roll, I got this. My 8-year-old students, they come in, single stroke roll, I got this. Check this out, Jared. Watch how fast I can go. See, single stroke roll, don't even need drum lessons, it's perfect, okay? Well, that's not what I mean when I say single stroke roll. I actually mean the 4 compound rhythms, or rhythms using 16th notes and 8th notes that you can create using a single stroke roll, okay? So let me show you exactly what I mean. If we play a single stroke roll as 16th notes, we have 4 notes per beat. 1 E enda, 2 E enda, 3 E enda, 4 E enda. So we have 4 syllables per beat. That means we have 4 rhythmic possibilities where we can remove notes to create different rhythms. So the first rhythm that we're going to work with, this is rhythm number 1, is simply this. 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and, 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. Notice that your right hand, your dominant hand, does not stop. Once you start playing this rhythm, that hand moves in a steady motion the entire fill. So here's what we're going to try first. We're going to play 1 measure of groove, alternating with 1 measure of that rhythm played on our snare drum. Nice and simple. So grab your sticks, try playing this with me. Here we go. 1 and 2, start with the drum groove. Easy, right? You can totally play that. Anybody can do that. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take that rhythm and we're going to move it across our drum set. If you have 3 toms, I only have 2, floor tom, rack tom. Just every beat you're going to move to another drum. So if you have 3 toms, I'm probably going to get to my, I'm going to be getting to my floor tom before you will, because I'm going to go 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. I'll play twice here on the floor tom, but if you have other toms, feel free to use those, okay? So same exact thing, we're not going to go any faster yet, we're just going to move that pattern around the drum set. Here we go, 1 and 2, play with me, here we go. Okay, not bad, right? So the second rhythm, we're going to play like this. Now we're going to remove the second 16th syllable from every beat. 1 E and a. We're going to be removing that E so that we're just playing 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Notice that with this rhythm as well, rhythm number 1 and 2, now this rhythm number 2, your right hand does not stop. Your dominant hand's just going to keep on playing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing. Play a groove, play that rhythm on the snare drum. Here we go. 1 and 2, play with me, let's go. Okay, now you know what to do. Let's move that rhythm around the toms. 2, ready, groove. Woo, great job, guys. You have learned half of the building blocks for your 16th note drum fills. We have 2 more rhythms to cover. So rhythm number 3, this is where it starts to get a little trickier, so watch really closely. Now the rhythm that we're going to play is 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, So what should you notice right away? Which hand is not stopping now? It's your left hand, your non-dominant hand. We're removing one of the right hand strokes. We're removing the and syllable from every 16th note grouping. So we're playing 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 1. So you could think about your dominant hand just playing quarter notes on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 1. Once you start the rhythm, your left hand should never stop. It needs to go in a smooth motion. You want to watch out for any jerking. It needs to be a smooth motion. Alright, same thing. Let's play a groove, play it on the snare, and then we'll move that rhythm across the drum set. 1E, This is rhythm number 3. Here we go. 1E and a 2E and a, play with me. Now let's move that fill across the drum set. All right, that's drum fill rhythm number 3. All right, we just have one more to go. Okay, for this last rhythm, the final rhythm, we are going to be removing the 1 or the number syllable, the first 16th syllable from every beat. So now we're playing this. 2, 3, 4. E and a, 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 E and a. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I personally think that rhythm is the hardest in the list, but I'm always so amazed because all my students, they always say that the previous rhythm, number 3, is the hardest one, the 1E, a 2E, a 3E. I think that one's easier because your hand hits on the beat, whereas with this final one, your hand is hitting off the beat. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1. So I'm curious, comment below this video and tell me which rhythm did you think was the hardest, because I think it's number 3, but all my students always say number 4. All right, so I'm curious to see what you say. So same thing with this drum fill. You're skipping the downbeat. That is the really hard part. You're going to play your groove. 1 on 1, you play nothing. All right, but once the fill gets going, again, your left hand should not stop. So it needs to be in a smooth motion the entire time. So here we go. Drum fill rhythm number 4. Nice and slow. 1E and a 2E and a, play with. All right, now let's move that drum fill across the drum set. Here we go. Ready and play. Okay, so you've learned all 4 drum fill blocks or little building blocks, the 4 different rhythmic possibilities using 16th notes, and we're playing them as single strokes. So the stickings are really important. Let's do a really quick review before we go on to the next section. So rhythm 1, 1E and 2E and 3 and 4E and 1E and 2E and rhythm 2, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Rhythm 3, 1E, a 2E, a 3E, a 4E, a 1E, a 2E. Last rhythm, E and a, E and a, E and a, E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, here's what we're going to try next. Before we do any combining or putting together and switching rhythms inside of one measure, we're just going to play with the song, and we're going to go through each rhythm one after the other. So we're going to play a groove, play drum fill rhythm 1, play a groove, play drum fill rhythm 2, groove, drum fill rhythm 3, groove, drum fill rhythm 4. All right? We're just going to play this song on a loop for a while. It's nice and slow. You can totally do it. It's not hard. All right, so get ready to play with me. Here we go. Let's practice some of these drum fills. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, groove. Drum fill 1. Drum fill 2. Here's drum fill 3. Drum fill 4. Back to number 1. Oops, sorry. I snuck in a little combination there at the end. We're about to get to that though. All right, but do you see how you could just take those patterns, move them across the drum set? These are totally usable, super practical drum fills. That's why I love these. When you hear them on your own, you're like, Jared, that's not really that cool of a drum fill. You know, no drummer is going to hear that and be like, oh man, what is that sick drum fill you played? That's epic. No, these are just like bread and butter, really useful fills, okay? But they're perfect for real life songs. This is all you need to focus on when you're learning drum fills at the beginning, okay? Now that you can play all 4 rhythms on their own, what you want to do is start practicing different combinations of rhythms, okay? Starting to build your vocabulary of rhythms that you could hear in your head and instantly play across the drum set without your hands getting tongue-tied. So the first thing that you want to do is combine the 2 different groupings of rhythms, right? At this point, you should have pretty clearly in your head that rhythms 1 and 2 are led with the right hand, your dominant hand, while rhythms 3 and 4 are led with your non-dominant hand, your left hand, your weak hand. So what you want to do first is combine rhythms 1 and 2 into a drum fill, and then combine rhythms 3 and 4. So rhythms 1 and 2, if you go back and forth, it's going to sound like this. 1E and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a. See what we did there? Halfway through the measure, we're switching to the next rhythm. So again, nice and slow. 3, 4. 1E and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2. Play it again. 1E and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2. Play it again. 1E and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, does that make sense? Notice how your dominant hand is not changing rhythms at all. If you move it across the drum kit, it should sound like this. Okay, right hand never changes, 8th notes all the way. It's the same exact pace as your groove. Okay, but that rhythm, so the combination of rhythm 1 and 2 spread across the drum set as a fill is going to sound like this. 2 and ready again. Grab your sticks and play it with me. Here we go. All right, so let's play that combination fill. So rhythms 1 and 2, let's play that with our song, okay? Just gonna do that over and over. With the song, we'll play it on the 4th measure. So we're gonna groove 3 times, drum fill on the 4th measure, and it's gonna be this fill all the way through every time. 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 and a 4 and a crash. Let's do it, here we go. Play with me, you got this. Here we go. 1, 2, drum fill, let's get it. Good job. Did you make it through? Not too bad, right? But you can hear how it's starting to sound like a really cool drum fill that you would hear in a real life song. And that's what is so exciting about practicing these rhythms. So that was drum fill rhythm combination 1, combining the 2 right hand rhythms. Now what we want to do is combine the 2 left hand rhythms. So we're going to have 1 E, 2 E, E and E and This one's a lot trickier, so be really patient, okay? It goes like this. 3, 4. 1 E, 2 E, E and E and 1 E, 2 E, E and 1. Notice that your left hand does not stop. Your right hand's going to go 1, 2, and. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and boom. 1 E, 2 E, E and a crash. Alright, so let's practice that drum fill nice and slow across the drum kit together. No song, and then we'll try the song together. Here we go. 2, ready, groove first. Right, so you see how that works. This particular one, you might have to go a little slower in practice because it is hard. 1 E, 2 E, E and a 1 to really make it flow, but you got to make sure you get the stickings correct. Right, left, left, right, left, 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 right, left, left, right, left, boom. Okay, it's all about the stickings. That's how you're going to just have these really fluid drum fills, and they're going to come out effortlessly and not break the flow of your drumming, because these stickings, this is called natural sticking. It keeps your dominant hand hitting on the beat or on the 8th note pulse as much as possible. So let's try this last combination fill, okay? Da da ga da ga 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 boom, with the track again, and then we'll talk and just kind of close out the lesson. So here we go. You got this. You can do it. All right, play along with me. Don't just watch. You can try it. Drum fill. Here's our drum fill. 1 E, 2 E, E and E and yourselves a hand. Guys, great job. You just learned the 4 rhythm blocks, the 4 building blocks that you need to create some outstanding 16th note drum fills around the kit. Now, you might have noticed, maybe this sparked some creative juices flowing in your mind. We just scratched the surface of the combinations that you can come up with when you start moving around these 4 rhythms. We just did all the right hand ones and all the left hand ones back to back, but you could even flip those around. Okay, you could play those backwards. The ones we did, you could start with rhythm 2 and then go to rhythm 1 on the right hand, rhythm 4 to rhythm 3. And then you can start to mix them. You could play drum fill 1, 2, 3, 4, or any combination that you want. And this is how you are going to start to build your vocabulary of rhythms that you know and drum fills that you can play. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I love teaching this concept to my students. Most people give me really great feedback on it. They're like, dude, I did not know that I could play drum fills before, but this makes me feel like I can do it, okay? And that's hopefully how you are leaving this lesson. You feel like, okay, I can approach drum fills. They're not as hard as I thought they were, okay? If you'd like to learn drum lessons from me on a regular basis, I do a weekly group class on Zoom every Tuesday night. Right now we meet on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can join that call every single week for just $35 a month, or you can sign up for the year and it's a little cheaper than that. That gets you access to my online drum membership. And you, in addition to the weekly group lesson, you get instant access to hours of archived lessons and also our online community. We have a private Facebook group, or if you want to learn from me in a one-on-one setting, you can just reach out to me directly, jared@jaredshantos.com, and we can set up some private lessons together. I teach on Zoom and also here in my home studio. I live in Plano, Texas, so if you're nearby, I'd love to meet you, or even if you're on Zoom. I have a lot of students that I teach across the country, different states, New Jersey, New York. So anyway, all right, thank you guys so much. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, take care, guys.